Yeah, big changes are coming to one of college basketball's most iconic homes. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. UConn says it's making major renovations to Gampel Pavilion. Upgrades promise to elevate the fan experience while also honoring the championship legacy built inside those walls.
Fox 61's Kay Pattyfoot talked to students in stores about the exciting new plans.
Phase 1 of renovations at Gampel is now underway. Students say the arena is the heart of the campus, so they say it's about time it gets upgraded.
It truly represents what we are and who we are, especially since it's basketball related, since we are the basketball capital of the world after all.
The basketball capital of the world is getting a makeover. The Huskies shared these photos of what Gampel will look like when the renovations are done. Phase 1 includes a new roof and a post-game press and athletic meeting space. There will also be a comprehensive basketball game day suite with new locker rooms, a sports medicine space, and a state-of-the-art recruiting lounge. This project is funded by nearly $100 million in state-backed bonds. Freshman Sarah Sinkowitz says UConn athletes deserve this makeover.
They look incredible. I'm so excited to experience, and the players deserve the best because they've done the best, so they really deserve it.
It's not just the players who are getting an upgrade. Phase 1 also includes new grab-and-go food concessions. And in Phase 2, the university plans to add premium game day spaces, new revenue-driving areas, and upgraded nutrition facilities for student athletes.
They are out-of-this-world renovations, so I'm definitely excited to see the crowd that comes.
Phase 1 is expected to be done by November, and Phase 2 will start next March. According to UConn's website, several commencement ceremonies in May are still expected to be held at Gampel. In stores, Kay Pattyfoot, Fox 61.
The UConn women are on the road to Fort Worth, Texas. They'll play North Carolina this Friday in the Sweet 16. And as you can see, spirits were high as fans came out to see them off this afternoon and wish them luck.
It was sunny and seasonable outside today, and tomorrow will really dial up the spring warmth. There is a trade-off, though. We will see more cloud cover. High temperatures will be in the 50s during the day tomorrow and 60s on Thursday. Do not get used to it because it's really just one and done. We'll see some rain come in Thursday night, and following that, cooler temperatures will be settling in for Friday into this upcoming weekend. Meantime, yesterday at this time, flakes were flying across the state, enough to kind of coat up the ground and grassy surfaces, but that was in the rearview mirror today. Temperatures are in the 30s across the state, and we're looking at overnight lows right around 30 as we head towards daybreak. Partly cloudy skies to start. I do think we'll see increasing clouds midday. We're in the low 40s at lunchtime, and high temperatures will be in the lower and even mid-50s inland, although closer to the 50-degree mark for the shoreline. And then we're even warmer on Thursday. We'll show you the numbers and the cooler changes for this weekend coming up.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Well, happening tomorrow, New Haven Mayor Justin Elicker is set to announce his pick for the city's next police chief. And this comes after former Chief Carl Jacobson was accused of embezzling more than $85,000 from two city funds. The mayor will hold a press conference at City Hall where he's expected to name a nominee to lead the New Haven Police Department. City leaders, including the Board of Police Commissioners, will also be in attendance. Now tonight, New Haven police are piecing together what led up to a deadly crash on a busy road this morning.
Investigators say it began with an attempted traffic stop before ending in a violent crash, all caught on camera. Fox 61's Alicia Hercules walks us through what happened.
New Haven police say the driver who was killed in the crash was driving away from a state trooper who tried to pull them over on the highway. In surveillance video from a deli along Ella T. Grosso Boulevard, traffic seems normal until a black car is seen speeding down the street and beginning to veer towards oncoming traffic just after 8:30 in the morning. Christian Bruckhart, the public information officer for the New Haven Police Department, says state police tried to pull the driver over for motor vehicle charges on the I-95 off-ramp.
Vehicle fled from CSP. They did not pursue.
That's when the driver of the black car crashed into a white pickup truck.
The force of the collision was enough to spin both cars around.
The driver of the black car died from their injuries.
The car that the deceased was driving had a second person in it. That person has non-life-threatening injuries, and the car that was struck, that driver also has non-life-threatening injuries.
The street was blocked off for hours as police worked to investigate the crash and remove the body and cars from the scene. Ron Sowers first saw the road blocked off on his way to work in the morning. When he saw it was still closed hours later as he was leaving, he assumed the worst.
When I saw it this bad, I'm like, it was either a shooting or a terrible crash.
Sowers says he feels for everyone affected by the crash.
My heart goes out to the family.
L.T. Grasso Boulevard has since been reopened. The New Haven Police Department is still investigating the cause of this crash. In New Haven, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.
The New Haven police say a woman told them she was stabbed and attacked by several other women. They say it happened last night near Ferry and Exchange Streets. Officers say the 25-year-old told them the women punched and kicked her, and one of them stabbed her with a screwdriver. They say she was hurt, but she is expected to survive. Authorities have not said if any arrests were made or what led up to that stabbing.
Well, South Windsor police are looking for a hit-and-run driver in a semi-truck. They say that driver hit a woman around 5:45 this morning near a Route 5 and I-291 off-ramp. The woman's expected to recover. Officials tell us it was a red semi-truck with no trailer. If you have information that could help with the investigation, contact South Windsor Police.
Well, North Haven police say a New Haven man is accused of breaking into a home and attacking someone he knew there. 43-year-old David Palmisano is facing charges, including assault and home invasion. Police say he entered the home Sunday night, restrained the victim, and assaulted them. The victim was able to call 911, though, and officers found Palmisano hiding under a mattress. Investigators say the suspect and victim knew each other and that Palmisano also has an active arrest warrant out of New York. Well, police say bomb threats aimed at 2 Waterbury schools today were not credible.
Yeah, still there was an evacuation of the building and panicked parents rushed to pick up their kids. Fox 61's Erin Coogan was there and she has the story from Waterbury.
Well, while quiet now, Waterbury police say it was around 11 a.m. that initial reports indicated a possible bomb threat at Wilby High School and the neighboring North End Middle School. Students tell me they were in class, they were at lunch, when an abrupt announcement came over the intercom telling everyone to evacuate.
At first we didn't hear it because it was kind of quiet, and usually they will give us like an alarm or something, but they gave us an announcement, they told us we had to evacuate, and that's what we did.
For Wilby High School seniors Quadir Daniels and Jeremy Cruz, a quick evacuation order led to a few panic-stricken moments as students with no information clamored for exit doors around campus.
Well, I was in a caf, and then I thought there was a fight because everyone was piling up. They all rushed out, falling on top of each other, rushing out the building. They were screaming, something's happening, something's happening. I thought it was a fire, ran out to school, like everyone else.
We didn't know what was going on until they actually sent us some emails saying that it was supposedly a bomb inside of the school.
Soon surrounded by local police and fire crews, it was a similar scene at the middle school. Investigators made thorough sweeps of every classroom, hallway, and storage facility.
We actually saw like 6 police cars come over, two fire trucks came over just now. They're actually still in the school right now.
Our cameras captured the ensuing rush of parents making their way to reunite with their kids.
Yeah, I texted my mom. I let her know everything that happened.
I called my mom, of course, saying that we were standing outside for an hour and she ordered an Uber.
Mom feels better sending you home.
Yeah.
Eventually, Waterbury police gave the all clear, allowing students and staff to return to their respective classrooms. But as we saw at that point, several parents had opted to pull their student for the rest of the day. Meanwhile, investigation remains ongoing as to what prompted those initial reports. In Waterbury, Erin Coogan, Fox 61.
At least 1,000 soldiers from the U.S. Army's 82nd Airborne Division at Fort Bragg are expected to deploy to the Middle East. Sources say the deployment could happen in the coming days. One source says the brigade will serve as a ready unit prepared to respond if needed. The deployment is also expected to include both command staff and ground forces. The conflict with Iran is entering its 4th week. President Trump says negotiations with Iran are also underway.
Investigators are looking at new evidence in the deadly crash at LaGuardia Airport. The NTSB says that fire truck involved did not have a warning system, certain kind of warning system on board. Officials say air traffic control cleared the truck to cross the runway as the plane was landing. The controller urgently told the truck to stop just seconds before impact, but it was too late. Investigators say the truck was not equipped with a transponder, which would have warned air traffic controllers and the pilots on the plane of the collision risk much earlier. The NTSB is now interviewing controllers and crews as they work to determine what went wrong.
We do have logs, but there's also conflicting information. Our aviation system is incredibly safe because there are multiple layers of defense built in to prevent an accident. So when something goes wrong, that means many things went wrong.
Well, the runway is expected to remain closed through the week. Also tonight, Senate Republicans say they have reached a plan to fund the Department of Homeland Security, but still need Democratic support. The proposal would fund most of the agency while limiting a portion of immigration enforcement. If passed in the Senate, the House would also need to approve it. DHS has been shut down for nearly 40 days, which has left federal workers, including TSA agents at airports, without pay.
New Mexico jury has found Meta knowingly harmed children's mental health and concealed what it knew about child sexual exploitation on its platforms. In a nearly 7-week trial, prosecutors argued the company put profits over the well-being of young users. Jurors found there were thousands of violations, adding up to a penalty of $375 million. That's less than 1/5 of what prosecutors were seeking, though. Meta owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, and it maintains it does warn users and tries to remove harmful content. A judge will now determine if Meta should pay for public programs to address the harms. The second phase of the trial is expected in May.